Since you like the camera so much, pretty lady, can you tell the audience your name and who you are and what I've recruited you for?
Hello.
Hello.
I'm Nyibol from South Sudan. Yeah.
Don't turn into some coy person. Who's this? So with Nyibol, I'm dealing, but from what I understand, you've colored your hair often,
so
right?
many times.
So let me ask you, when you color your hair, what are the downsides, if any, that you know for sure?
Okay, my hair naturally it's soft. Yes, very soft.
Yes, it is.
So the time I put the dye in it, like I color
Dye or
it,
bleach?
Bleach. Because you have to bleach.
Right, in order for it to go really light.
I started noticing my hair
falling out,
and it was a little bit hard. Whenever I combed it, fall out. Yeah.
Okay, so she completely destroyed her follicle.
Yeah.
Now we already know that the combination of bleach and black hair.
I color it for the whole 1 year, different colors. Cut.
And it kept, but did it stay the same length or it just kept getting shorter and shorter?
Yeah, shorter.
Because she was literally completely obliterating her hair follicle. So though it can be done, it's also telling me something else as well. It's telling me that to some degree she can take, lift. We can lift color off of her, even fine hair. You'll find sometimes people, even with the finest hair, they can color their hair and it won't all. She's lucky it didn't fall all out and was bald, after the second time, because often what people do, women in particular, especially, men don't really mess around with bleach that much, is what they do is they apply the bleach over bleach, meaning you double your process, and then you triple the process, and then you quadruple the process. And then when you put it on, you not only put it on the roots, is what I'm saying, you put it all over here that's already processed. Now, it tells me that her hair is a little bit stronger than most because she was triple and double processing her hair and she still had hair left. So which tells me that if I wanted to create highlights, I could do so. A professional knows what he's doing. So if I create highlights on her hair, not completely bleach her hair so it's another color, but if I take sections or portions of it, I can create different tonalities or even create a whole swatch of toned hair that I know I can keep healthy and stay on her head. Are you following me with this consultation? It's not the average, and it's quite in depth. All of my skills are coming together, right? So you're gonna get a comprehensive conversation today. That being said, the first stage of her process is I decided to give Nyibol highlights, but not, let's call it color placement, because the tone I'm going to put on her is going to be rich and vibrant in those places. And in order for a tone to show up on dark hair, you have to lift it, you have to lighten it. Otherwise the color would just be, it'd be in the background. You won't see that intense color. So I intend to do that. Also, her hair is pliable, but it's not super curly. So I don't have to really worry about relaxing it, right? Because now you would be putting bleach and you would be putting straightener on it. I was going to use the technical term, but I don't think it's needed here. But so now you're doing 2 chemical processes on the hair. Now, to compensate for that, I've decided to straighten her hair, but with a keratin straightener. It's an outside keratin, the thing that your hair is made of, is liquefied and put inside of a bottle. Do you know you can buy that? That's what those non-chemical straighteners are made of. It's made of keratin. And in this case, we'll be applying that solution and going through that process to straighten out the follicle for her, but without going into it and changing the chemical composition, the cysteine bonds or the protein bonds that are in her hair. I don't have to redirect them. I'll just manually manipulate them so the outside looks as if it was straightened. Why? Because I'm trying to help keep hair on her head, right? And the next thing I could have done was applied maybe a toner. which is a semi color, right? Which is not a full permanent color. But once again, that still takes a level of peroxide, maybe a 3% or a 10 volume, which are synonymous. They're exactly the same thing, depending on, what color line you're working with, or, what part of the world you're from and how you refer to color. 3% volume is the same thing as, 10 volume is the same thing as 3%, right? And it goes all the way up, obviously, to 40. And there are even 50 volume activators. So there's rules, but then we break them. There's literally products you can buy that are out the range of where they should be. That being said, I could have used a chemically induced permanent or semi-permanent color. But no, once again, I said, no, I'm trying to keep hair on this head. So what I decided to do with Nyibol is to give her a cellophane. Now there are cellophanes, and then there's cellophanes. There's the cellophanes you buy, you put on the hair, and you can't really tell what's going on. That's not what I'm going to use with her. The cellophane that I'm going to use not only has rich, deep, powerful colors, especially in the places that I'm going to lighten her hair, it also protects the hair. So this whole color scheme and whole thing that I'm putting together is designed to give me the same effect as if I was using permanent color. Outside of the bleach will be the only thing. But in this case, not to damage your hair, I decided to use cellophanes. And those cellophanes, believe me, they are not cheap, right? And the company that I use, we'll be talking. So if they want to show up on film with me in my subsequent videos, they can. So that's the process that I'm going to do. Now, once the hair is straightened and colored and keratined and all that other stuff, I'm going to wrap her hair. And after that's done, I'm sure she may need some thickness in some places to enhance her hair. And that is where possibly I may add some tracks. But though it looks really short, Nyibol's hair is so spongy. Look, this is 4 inches of hair. But the style I intend to give her is a full bowl bob that's done by someone who has specialized in short hair. So that's the deal, and that's the wrap for Nyibol. I hope you enjoyed my introduction and your introduction to the restart of my career in Nairobi, Kenya. If I tell you I'm going to do something, I will lose sleep making sure that I fulfill my obligation to you. And I told you from the beginning that I'm coming here to reinvigorate, to restart, and to give, not only take, but to give back. And the hair industry, it is so discombobulated here, it's crazy. You don't need a license. You don't need anything, not even a business license as an owner to open up, operate, or work inside of a salon. It's just wide open. This industry needs some structure, it needs leaders, and it also needs the innovative styles and the techniques that we'll be using on Nyibol and my subsequent models. So once again, it's Ron Raphael coming to you from one of my favorite places in the entire world, Nairobi, Kenya. Peace.
Wow, that was a good introduction. I enjoyed it.